I guess for the most part, it's just going to be beneficial for the whole company, as far as when it comes to liability, when it comes to accidents and mishaps that might happen, so forth and so on. So just make everybody an honest broker when it comes to driving safety.
I think you're going to get better performance, better fuel mileage. You're going to have something that the drivers will be a little more aware as to. In the past, they didn't have the instrumentation to find out whether they had the tools, whether they were applying the correct pressure on the pedal as far as getting that good fuel economy.
Just basically what it's meant to do is to save fuel and making everybody, encompass everything when it comes to fuel economy.
What I think about the forward-facing Isaac coach would be that it would help me if something would happen and I'm not at fault. And then it would prove the point that if I was at fault, it would help me be a better driver.
Well, I think that the Isaac system is going to help, not only help us to be able to save fuel, which is going to help everyone, because then it can equate into higher wages for everybody at the company, because we're not paying out that much more in fuel, and the fuel is a very expensive end of it.
I think the Isaac tool could help most drivers learn how to actually get better fuel mileage and to pay more attention to what they're doing all the time, not just in heavy traffic.
The in-metric scorecard, I think that helps me be or perform better as a driver because it gives me goals to shoot for. I mean, it's not a forced compliance issue or anything like that. It's like a reward. I can better my score, and it's personally satisfying for me.
Okay, no, one of the things that, as far as the scanning the paperwork, I think that is going to be so much more beneficial to me because even with having the app on my phone, I constantly find myself waiting until 2-3 days afterwards to scan my paperwork, even though it literally takes 5 seconds. But now having to scan the paperwork before you can even do your empty call, that's going to be so much more beneficial, just keeping me on top of what needs to be done.
Anything that brings you to a better skill level or makes you a safer driver, I see absolutely nothing but positive events coming out of that.
I think this will be a big improvement over what we have been using lately. So,
the less time that we have to spend in the minutia of doing the job and have more time devoted to going out there and making the miles, I think that that's a win-win.
The hours of service and the navigation all on the same screen is so much more beneficial because you don't have to swap back and forth between the screens. Everything is all in the exact same place. Whenever you go to look at your information, everything is right there on the same screen.
When I go home, a lot of times the last drop I have, there is no facility between there and the house. Now I don't have to worry about the messages from billing because it'll already be done. I like the idea.
If anything, it's going to show either you're right or you're wrong in your driving habits. I don't think there's really a gray area in there, but it'll be nice that you can go back and you can review those notes.
I would have to say, it's real driver friendly. Don't be afraid of it, and you can push buttons all day. Anything that you break, they can remotely unbreak.
Give it a chance. Learn. It's part of life. The more you do, the more you advance, and the more you accept newer technology, the better off we'll be in the future.